Aquarius, welcome to your monthly reading for October here on the Astroflower. Yes, thank you very much for being here. An amazing month actually. We got two eclipses, one with a solar eclipse on the 14th, the other one the lunar eclipse on the 28th, I think. The first eclipse, which is the solar eclipse, which is all to do with the sacrum and the root. So it's going from the root to the sacrum. Which is very important about our fundamental desires, basically. I'm going to be going into that in greater detail on Cymatic TV, linked in our description below. It's our channel to do with energy. And then you've got the lunar eclipse, which is all to do with the, goes from the crown through to the heart chakra. So, a clarification on our emotions, and it's a very emotionally charged October by the looks of things, so make sure you strap in. We've also got the competition as well, which we will be giving you details on that competition, where you can win a every week there is a half-hour reading with myself to be won. The details will be coming up with that as just before the clarification on the Light Seers cards on this reading. Overall energy, Queen of Pentacles. This seems to be a prevalent for quite a few people in this very position as well. I think seeing your readings over the past sort of year, you really have positioned yourself in a fantastic position, Aquarius. And you must be really chuffed with yourself. And because you've positioned yourself so well, it's almost as if like she sat at the tree of knowledge and she knows when that tree is going to provide the seeds, those pentacles. So she knows when it's coming through. She has this, she's gradually giving birth to a new paradigm. And the reason she's giving birth to it is because she knows when, she has that knowledge and knowing when those fruits are going to be available in her life. And this is a similar sort of thing for you in the way in which you're positioning it. And I think the overall energy is setting you right here. Yes, it is a rocky month emotionally. So Three of Swords has been coming up for everybody. So I just thought I'd tell you. Don't forget, we've got the eclipse on this petal here and this petal here. And then also the lunar eclipse at the top here of the dial. Let's just see what's going on in your karmic mission. You have owned that crown, and this is what I'm saying about it. Your positioning, your karmic position this month here is to receive all the rewards of all your hard work that you've put in over the past year, basically. And you are going to be crowned within your relationships. And you're going to get this sensation. I don't think it's just one relationship. I also think it's got to do with family, friends, and community. I think you're being in a position where you're really feeling that you seem to be winning in every aspect of life at the moment. And your karmic message or your karmic mission this month is to accept that crowning scenario within the people that are around you. In the first week, what do you get? You get the High Priestess. It's all to do with the moon on this one, so it's leading up to the eclipse here. It's giving you that intuition, seeing behind the veil in this first week, seeing things as they actually are. And seeing things as they are will help you to be crowned, will bring you in the clarification or the clarity that gives you the edge on every sort of situation that is around you. And noticing and realizing that, happiness is your goal, ultimate goal within your relationships. And this is where you can see behind the veil in order to get that into place and instigate it. On the eclipse week, you get the Nine of Swords. You put it with the Ace of Swords and you get the Ten of Swords. So something is dead, done and dusted with it for you here. And I think it's this here. I think the second week, because it's going from the root chakra to the sacrum chakra, the eclipse, it's like there's fundamental desires, fundamental goals that are being installed within us. And I think this is where you're letting go of any cycles in the past that was caused you stress, strain, you know, sleepless nights, those sort of things. I think that's all coming to an end in this second week, because you can see things clearly. You can see clearly now, the eclipse has gone, you know, and yeah, you're seeing things really clearly for what they are. And it's going to alleviate you from those woes and worries. We'll see with the clarification with the Light Seers cards. In the third week, this is where the emotional strains comes into it. It's like you've been living, connection with other people, friends, family, you know, whole sort of social network and stuff like that. And it's almost as if like it's a bit of a routine. And there's something coming into your life that's going to change that routine, that's going to help you to galvanize all the relationships you've had in the past into something new. And I think this has to do with that, the ending of those stress and strains basically within your life. And it's a direction that you need to take that's connected to this Ace of Swords, of crowning you, because you have got the intuition to see forward and clearly where you should be going. And this is where you should be heading off into your heart's desires basically in the future. What comes out of it? The Seven of Cups, the evident path. It becomes so obvious to you where you should be going. Like on this card here, you can see at the top there, there's a cup with snakes in it. There's also that reef as well, like a false crown. There's mountains, there's obstacles and everything like that. But there is actually only one cup that's radiating. And I think this is where it's this cup here. It becomes obvious to you by the end of the month, and this is where the lunar eclipse comes into play, where it goes from the crown chakra to the heart. So it gives you that sort of that sort of energy there, which is very much a sort of Aquarian sort of energy. That energy there, which gives you that clarity within you in order to see your heart, see your Ace of Cups, and give you that defined direction for you to take in regards to your relationships, and to say goodbye definitively to all those stress and strains. Really nice, I think, in a real transitional thing. And as I said, October is a heavily emotionally charged sort of month. On your financial side, we've seen this a lot in your cards. You have a great opportunity here for a new job, new business, new projects, whatever it is. It's starting a whole new cycle in your life, a whole new cycle of success and abundance, I think, more than anything else. And I think it's, you know it, because you have actually been working on this for some time within you, and every little step you've taken, you've really understood, when those fruits are going to be available in life. And that's why you're sat at the base of the tree of knowledge and really getting all that information that's coming into you very quickly. So this change is happening in the first week, between the 2nd and the 8th of October, basically. And victories coming to you very quickly, quick and fast. I think you know that they're coming in. Therefore, it's not going to overwhelm you at all. I almost think it's like, kind of like, okay, now I'm ready, the gun's gone off, I'm going to start my race. And you get in your stride, I think, in this first week as well. A really good stride for you going forward in regards to your financial sort of side. In the second week, in the eclipse week, you've now got 2 9s on both sides. On your relationship side, you've got the 9 of Swords, which you're saying goodbye to all those stress and strains. And on your financial side, you're saying hello to all the connections, to everything that is around you. The abundances that are there as you walk down your pathway. As you're going down your career path or your business or your job, whatever you do, it just seems to be that there's benefits that are constantly coming into you. And it could be financially, it could be sort of to do with the time. So, you're not working as much, but you're gaining as much money. And it's like, there's a multitude, there's a lot of communication, being the center of the situation, which you really enjoy. All of that sort of coming through in the second week for you. Really, really nicely bubbling up on your surface, basically. And then you get the King of Swords, which is an absolutely brilliant card for you, Aquarius. This is where you've come to a decision, a judgment on all those opportunities that are around you, and you are following the evident path that is in front of you. This whole new cycle that is opening up for you as you go forward. As it opens up for you, that is where you're going to I'm going to get these cards right in a minute. That's where you're going to be able to sort of like make a very good judgment call on your future, and it's a whole new cycle that is opening up for you, and you are going to be the one who's in utter control of your destiny within your financial world. And you get the Empress card as well. Absolutely beautiful, really. Look at this. You know, you got the World, you got the Chariot, you got the High Priestess, you got the Empress. There's a lot of major arcanas coming out for you at the moment. She is giving birth, basically, to the possibilities. And because she's emotionally in control of her situation, and I think you're doing well this month compared with most other signs, because you've done a lot of preparation work and you've positioned yourself in a really good way. There's also on this side here, you've got these waterfalls that are coming down, this river that's coming down. So it's emotionally plenishing yourself, and it's providing all that wheat that's down the bottom there. Is all the rewards that are coming up through you. That's what comes up through here. All these fruits are now starting to bear seed for you, which provides you with a lot of opportunities. And the sky's the limit, basically, for you by the looks of things on your financial side. Really is the sky's the limit. Let's just clarify now with the Light Seers card. But before we do, let's just a quick word on the competition that we're running on this channel. So, competition time. You will be able to win a half-an-hour reading with myself. There's one available per week. And in order to enter into the competition, it's very simple. You need to be subscribed, obviously. But at the same time, we're asking you to comment on the premiere of particular signs over the next 4 weeks. It's very simple. We're keeping it into elements, so we've got earth, water, fire and air, obviously. We start off with the first week, which goes into earth. So what we're doing is asking people to comment the moment it goes out on premiere, starting with the earth signs, and as I say, going through the other elements as we go along. There is a on this side here, there is a list of the weeks that are for each particular sign. So if you just leave a message saying competition, we will answer that, so it be acknowledged that you've made that comment. I will be live during these videos for live chat, as it were. So I will recognise the comments that you've made, and we will then contact the winner, who will be taken like a lottery out of everybody, and contacting the person for a half-an-hour reading. And as I say, there's one available per week, so that's 4 in a month, half-an-hour readings. So yes, you will be informed. I will keep it informed regularly over here during the readings over the next week and a half, so then you can get involved in the competition as well. It would help us out enormously, because it will help the other signs to grow as well, and because the algorithm in YouTube is not really helping us. I don't know why. You'd have to ask YouTube. I don't really know why, but you'd have to ask YouTube. So it doesn't really help out. So this is where we need the Astroflower family to help us out. It would really do us a favour to try and get the other signs rolling on, as it were. Okay, in the meantime, let's get on with your reading. Right, Aquarius, well, good luck for those competitions. It'd be beautiful to show your support for this channel through this competition. Really would be nice. Right, let's go into the clarification on this. 5 of Wands, yeah, that's been coming out for everybody as well. As I say, I think you've got off very well this month. simply because you positioned yourself beautifully. Being the best example of yourself. And I think this is where, because you know where you're going, this is easy for you to do. This is where you can then start sort of be the shining example for others. And that's going to set you heads and shoulders above the others, above everybody else. And that's going to give you sort of like, you know, that crowning sensation that is there on your emotional side of your life, but also on your financial side as well. But yeah, it's going to help you to be a cut above everybody else if you just be the best example of yourself. Wow, look at this. On your karmic mission here, on your relationship side, look at that. That's just great. You know, either you are getting an offering of love or you are offering your love. And I think this comes in with the idea of you being crowned, basically. And crowned in your full on in your glory. It's a lot of communication and stuff like that. I think this comes out later on in the week rather than at the beginning. It could be a situation that it gets resolved, and that's why that stress and strains, those 9 of Swords, comes to its end, basically. Let's just see what's going on with the High Priestess cards. You get the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think with this intuition that is within you is going to help you realize what relationships you want to put your time, effort and money into, basically. I think this is really important for you. I think it's important for your relationships around you. It helps you to position yourself a lot better. And using your intuition, trust yourself, trust your inner vision, trust your inner conversation that is within you in the first week, and between the 2nd and the 8th of October. Let's just see what's going on. This is Strength card. This is getting rid of all your doubts, which come in on that sort of 9 of Swords scenario. And yes, I think it's because of the way you've positioned yourself gives you that strength and that control over that heart there that she's got round her neck. I think this gives you a lot of clarity on your relationship side. I think there's something that comes to a head in the 2nd week, which makes for good communication and sets things out so every party within the relationships around you gets a good result out of it. And I think it's because you have set yourself and you position yourself so well that this automatically happens within the relationships around you. But being true to yourself, do not budge too much in the negotiations, in the communications. If I was you, stay true to your, to what your situation is, basically, and how you feel about the situation. I think is really important. And that forging of that new pathway, that coming out of that rut, I think is going to need planning. I think there's going to need travel, visiting places, doing things, physically going ahead and investing in your relationships that are around you is going to breed that new cup. And that's where it needs planning. And I think this is in the 3rd week, this is where you start planning for a future post stress and strain. And it becomes evident where you and your relationship should be going, basically. With the 7 of Cups, you get the 4 of Swords. Yeah, this is beautiful. This evident path that comes along helps you to gives you a lot of sort of healing in a way for your heart, healing for your emotions, makes you feel at home with yourself, makes you feel at one with yourself. And this is why the path becomes evident, because you are at one with yourself. And that's what it breeds. I think the planning something new breeds a lot of sort of like harmony within your life, or brings a little bit more harmony within your life, basically. And that's why it's important to be the best example of yourself. On your financial side, let's just see what's going on with the Well card. You get the Empress. Yeah, you got it twice. I could have thought you had. I was looking for it around. It's at the top of the dial. That's in the 4th week. That's where you're heading for. And obviously in this new cycle of what you're doing, that is going to bring you some really good things. It's going to give birth to a whole new cycle. That she's giving birth to the world. And what have you got? The world. Having control over your emotions in the financial world is really important. It allows you to make decisions that are logical, that are profitable, that work, which is really important in business and jobs and etc. And you're giving birth to this whole new cycle. And it does come out of the, look, behind her, she's got the sun behind her, and then she's got the moon shining her light as well. And for this month here, that's a really good card, because you've got like all those eclipses that are happening, the solar and the lunar eclipse. So I think it's really important here for you to just, embrace this new cycle within you in a really beautiful way. And then you get the Queen of Swords. You've got the King of Swords at the top, which is really good. I just was looking to see whether you had the Queen of Swords elsewhere. You don't. So you got the Queen of Swords here. It is in this first week with all these things that are happening really quickly. Look at that as well. That is absolutely brilliant. You get the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Swords and the Chariot card. So things are coming in really quickly, and it's basically allowing you to logically follow a direction, and the world is going to be pushing behind you. Look at the wind, it's blowing in your favor whichever way you're going, and she's using that sword there as a sort of like as a rudder to guide her way through her logic, through her mental direction of where you're taking you, going forward, without your emotions coming in and causing havoc in your life, basically. And it's really, really beautiful. It's all about having control over the emotions in this month here. With these 9 of Pentacles, these possibilities, this is where your passions will come to the surface, and you will start learning about how you put your passions into your material world. And seizing on what opportunities you need to seize upon in order going forward. With the King of Swords, because we've got the Queen of Swords already out, the King of Swords, you get the 7 of Wands. No, we didn't get the 7 of Wands. You get the 7 of Wands. So this is knowing your pathway, feeling that security within you, feeling that sort of power within your solar plexus, knowing of where you should be going and what you should be doing. And it's through judgment, through the King of Swords. You've judged the situation, and I think you've judged it correctly, and you've got to stay true to it. That's what's really important in the 3rd week. And that leads into the lunar eclipse with the Empress card, with the 10 of Swords, sorry. I think this is this new cycle that's happening for you, right? This new cycle that's happening for you, which is what you've got to go down, will obviously mean that there's certain things that will be dead, done and dusted within your financial or your job, your business or your projects. And I think it's all to do with the doubt within you, things that were detrimental to you, emotions that were detrimental to you in the past will literally just seep away as you sort of embrace the creation of your whole new persona or career path that you're going down. It really does open up some beautiful opportunities for you here, Aquarius. Absolutely lovely. There you go. There's your there's your monthly reading. Don't forget the eclipse sort of energy specials that we're going to be doing on Cymatic TV. That's linked in the description below. Don't forget about the competition. There's also other links that you can knock yourself out on for free for readings and etc. with myself. Yes, I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.